Hey, welcome back, friends. So today you get to watch me eat some crow. And yeah, if you've been a follower of the channel for quite some time, you'll know that I'm a huge proponent of wood fires. And I still am a huge proponent. But from time to time, I would kind of make fun of folks, or I wouldn't quite advocate for propane fire pits. I would say, hey, you need to quit using that propane fire pit. You need to start building yourself a real fire, right? Well, and I know some of you, you can't build a wood fire where you're at times because of restrictions, but yeah, I'm here to eat some crow. Camco sent me out a big red campfire. We have used it over the course of a road trip and a couple of camping trips, and I gotta say, while it doesn't match up to a wood fire in some aspects, the convenience sure is nice, and actually I find that we spend a little bit more time around a fire. So anyway, we'll talk about that today. I hope you'll stick around. Okay, friends, now obviously today we're going to be talking about the fire pit I've had experience with, which is this big red campfire from Camco. This is the cover. It also works as a stand. I don't need it since I have it up here on the table. But this is going to, the conversation we're going to have today is going to be for any propane fire pit, really. The quality is here, so I can vouch for that. But I think most of them are going to be okay. This one's been around for a while, so I think people trust it, and yeah, it is, the quality is good, so I can say that from the get-go. I love it. It's got a 10-foot hose, which is nice, keeps that, I can move that a lot further away, of course, and this is nice thick metal. But for the most part, what we're talking about is we'll go for any type of propane fire pit. I'm not just sitting here trying to push this particular one. Okay, that said, we are going to be giving away one of these and its little brother. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. So let's talk a little bit about what I have found with this, with a propane fire pit in general. Okay, really, we spend, like I said in the intro, we spend a lot more time around a fire, and the reason we do that is because the kids, mom's not going to let the kids around a real campfire after their shower. She don't want them to go to bed smelling like a campfire. This solves that. In the mornings, we're generally getting up, eating breakfast, and we're going out to explore. And so, it doesn't make any sense for me to sit there and build a wood fire. With this, we can have a 10 or 15 minute fire. Common sense tells you that, but it's something I didn't even think about. I did think about the not smelling like a campfire after showers, but as far as the morning fire, I didn't even think about that until we actually started using this thing. We just finished up a little Thanksgiving road trip, and man, this thing was great. It's so easy. If we're just spending the night real quick, we get there at like 4 and we're leaving the next morning at 9. We get set up. I don't think we would have had a fire at all if I'd have had to build one. And so yeah, we ended up, I just break this thing out, light it real quick, and instant fire. It's great. It's been really, really great. Now, those are the pros, and they're huge pros. Now, I know a lot of you also have restrictions on wood fires. You can't have and then you have to use one of these if you can have a fire at all. I haven't run into that, but I know a lot of you do have that situation. So that's another pro for it. Yeah, there's a lot of pros. I'm eating crow here. I am suggesting you at least try a propane fire pit. I know I'm kind of behind on this. A lot of you already have, but there are some cons as well. So let's talk about the cons a little bit. Now this thing, it will get cranking here. Let me see, make sure I'm going the right way. So I've got it pretty low right now. You can hear it. It'll get rocking and rolling if you want it to. All right. So I don't want you to think you're going to be without heat. Certainly not. I've got it turned down so you can kind of hear me. But that's one of the pros. It's loud. It's got that hiss. It's a constant hiss. It's not a huge deal, but it's not nearly as pretty as listening to a real fire, right? And it's not as visually appealing as a real fire either. Now I am thinking about, and I don't know if they recommend this or not, I'm thinking about putting some lava rocks in these little voids right here. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. I'll read up before I do, but I think that would make it a little more random and maybe more fun to watch. It also doesn't put out as much heat as a good hot wood fire. So you know what I'm talking about when you build that wood fire and it gets those coals going. Yeah, it doesn't put out as much heat as a real wood fire. But that's about it. I mean, you know, the fun of building a fire is gone. But for some of you, that'll be great. I mean, this is the pain in the butt of building a wood fire for some folks. I think it's fun. Others think it's a pain. Obviously, the smoke is gone, like I mentioned. But the biggest thing that I love about this, again, and it's the last time hopefully I'll say it because I like to ramble, is we actually spend more time by a fire. All right, guys? So there's that. There's me eating crow, me telling you, yes, I definitely recommend getting one. It doesn't matter to me which brand you get, but I can certainly recommend this brand. It's the only brand I've had, but it is good quality and I do enjoy it. Now, we're going to give two away, I'm sorry. Hop down in the description box and see how to enter to win your chance at one of these big red campfires. This is the big red campfire. We're also going to be giving away a little red campfire. Thank you to our friends over at Camco for that opportunity. We'll also be doing it over on Facebook and Instagram. So you can enter on YouTube. Again, look in the description box to see how to enter on YouTube. You can also go to Facebook and Instagram and enter over there. Yeah, get in there, get going, and good luck. Guys, I hope you enjoyed hearing me eat some crow. And yeah, it's not always easy for me to do, but I can certainly say I've changed my mind on these bad boys. Hope you guys are good. See ya.